EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down, Minnesota.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Kaepernick again. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Kaepernick to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st down, Kaepernick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, Kaepernick. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Again, it's Kaepernick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
First down, a run with Cohen. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Amir Abdullah deep for Minnesota. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10. At their own.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room.
And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the give, this is Cohen. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
The ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there. 54.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn.
The 16-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Bears nothing.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
At the 47-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
first down. Patterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Ball carrier.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On the handoff, it's Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
The 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Trubisky. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Check. Fresno. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Eric Kendricks.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Push him back. Mike 55.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they work this out past the 25.
Thomas.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Coverage.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw is Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. And that went off the mark a little late with a throw.
Thomas, incomplete.
There's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The tackle made by
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. To throw, Kaepernick. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he's got some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, it's Patterson, and he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too green.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now Kaepernick. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Trubisky. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Lock in.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Touchdown, Vikings! Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. Got some room at the 30. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Incomplete. Intended for Ted Ginn Jr.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
On the throwaway. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it'll bring up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. Probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Dan Bailey lining up.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Patterson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Eric Kendricks.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
It's a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Kaepernick looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Another carry now from Madison. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Final score.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to 1st down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.